Well, we look forward to this one. Hopefully we're going to get a good one. It is the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia versus the Black Antelopes of Angola. Mejri will jump against Ambrosio. It's Tunisia in the red and Angola in the white. And Mejri touches it as the ball is on the way up. Of course, players have got to wait until the ball gets to its apex before they can touch it. So the French referee calls our first violation. The Angolans will get the first possession. It is man-to-man defense from Tunisia. As the ball goes into Gomes, exactly the same way that Angola started in their semifinal game. They give Gomes an early touch, and they go right back to him. So they're trying to get the two-time MVP of this event involved early. He was in double digits his last game. I think he had as many as 15, so it's nice to see they're going back to the captain of the team. It'll be end-line ball for the Angolans. This play might look familiar to you, Coach Sadley.
Absolutely. And again, it's just, one of those nights that we had, and now Angola has to, watch the tempo of this game.
So number 9, Hadidane, gets a start for the Tunisian team. That's an unlikely start for Hadidane. Usually comes off the bench as a substitute. This man here has had a quiet tournament too. Rzig, he was an All-Star 5 in the last tournament, but they'll need his experience and composure here. He's 31 years old. That's a bomb. And that is velvet. Put a stamp on it and send a postcard from Tana as Hadidane justifies the coach's decision to start him with a tremendous deep 3-ball. Ambrosio will pull it, and we are underway. It's 3-3. We've got a great start as both teams have kicked each other right in the mouth and said, we're right here looking you eyeball to eyeball. It's a matter of who can sustain this pace the longest. Sleeman, he might have got away with a travel. Here's Kechrid, he'll head fake. He'll go in amongst the giants and lay it up, and a teardrop shot for Kechrid. And nobody's missed a shot yet in the arena. It can't continue like this, can it? Carlos Morais to Ambrosio, he's gonna pull another one. It's off. We've got our first miss of the game. The rebound is claimed by Sleeman. And the tempo will suit the Angolans early on, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the way the game is going, you must favor the Angolans a little bit. But yet, Tunisia, as you can see, are very, very comfortable bringing the game.
Kechrid with another 3. It's 8-3. Tunisia with the early lead. They've shot 2 threes. They've made 2 threes. And there's Armando. And that's what Mejri does at the back of the defense for you, causes deflections. But Morais with his own 3. It's 8-6. We could not have had a better start to a final. Kechrid will bring it up. He'll throw it to the wing to Mejri and get it back. Sleeman will come off a down screen from Rzig. It's a block-to-block screen for Hadidane, but Sleeman will bounce it. Here's Hadidane. He'll catch and go. He'll attack the big ones, and that is too strong. It goes off the glass hard. The rebound is claimed by Gomes, and Armando Costa wants to push it, and he's going to attack. Oh, my goodness! Mejri from behind. He says, get out of the Malvacina. You can't bring that in here. And Mejri is going to work the crowd. Watch this. Oh, great hustle play from behind by the big fella.
I like him. I think he's very, very athletic, and he's very, very energetic, and that's very, very beneficial to his team.
Inside. So, Lena Paulo tries to attack Sleeman. It's a turnover. Pass ahead. It might be too strong for Hadidane. And Rzig would like to have that one back, but the Tunisians saying that, hey, we can run the basketball as well. Armando Costa will bring it in. He'll exchange it with Lionel Paulo, and a lot of pressure on that man. Look at this right here, these great shots. And Mejri goes right to the crowd. He says, don't bring it in here. I'm the guy who'll block the shots. That won't go from the corner by Morais. It's good to see Morais has got confidence to take 2 early threes. There's Sleeman. He can shoot it. He's going to pull the trigger. It won't go. And it's a frenetic tempo so far, which suits Angola right down to the ground. Morais loses it momentarily. He will rugby pass it out to Armando Costa. Costa will try to give it to Gomes. Gomes loses it. Here's Kechrid. And so the Tunisians run their lanes well. As Coach Hadidane says, they've got good discipline. 1 guy in the blocks, 2 guys in the wing. Now they get in their half-court set. Kechrid gets it back. They get a rub from Rzig. The shot clock's under 10. Pass over the top to Morais. And Morais is fouled. And that's good execution from the Tunisians.
Absolutely. And then again, you can see the patience. They don't get hurried by the shot clock or anything. They take their time and they try to execute until they end the shot clock, to get the shot they want, which will be, a very, very testament to a very big test for Angola to try to hurry them a little bit.
So Hadidane will bring it in. They're Sleeman at the top with a 14-second count on the shot clock. Kechrid will get it. And Kechrid's got to be a candidate for one of the all-tournament players. He'll throw it to the corner. Sleeman, that's great defense, as Paolo will step in and take the charge. And Sleeman is a penetrate first, shoot second player, and I think Paolo obviously knew that and took away the drive.
I think that was a great scouting report by the defense from Angola, and they did a great job staying in front of him, moving their feet and taking a charge.
So Costa will bring it up. It's 8-6 to Tunisia. Man-to-man defense from Tunisia. There's a switch. Now can Morais take Hadidane to the rack? He'll kick it to Paolo in the corner. Paolo can't get it, and Kechrid gets it. It's a 2-on-3. And there's the discipline that Coach Adingono told us about. But now Kechrid's going to pull the trigger. The rotation was good. He hustles after a great hustle play. He gives it to Hadidane and says, give me that back. The tempo is terrific. Kechrid will go off a rub from Mejri. Mejri to the basket. Kechrid gets it back. Everything goes through his hands. Hadidane on the baseline. He's guarded by Gomes. Rzig wants it against the guard in the low post, and Rzig will throw it. And a beautiful finish by Amin Rzig. Good low post play from him as he takes the guard to the basket. So Tunisia leads 10-6. Costa will go with a pick from Gomes. No, he doesn't have the set he wants, so shot clock is going down as Angola take a while to get in their set. Gomes will come out and screen. Morais pulls the trigger. That's no good. Hadidane pulls down the rebound. So we're under 5 minutes. We're under the halfway mark of the first quarter. Hadidane, that's closer than the one he made, but he doesn't shoot it. Mejri, that's not his game, really. That's about 16 feet, and I think Tunisia probably wants something better than that. There goes Morais the other way. He'll go to the basket. He's fouled by Sleeman. Sleeman can't believe it. I think the foul is probably on Rzig, but we'll have a look in the slow-mo. But Sleeman's going to take one for the team there. He's over quick talking to Coach Salatli, and Sleeman seems extremely upset. That's his second foul. That's why he's aggrieved. And so we've got our first stoppage of play. If you're at home, go get the oxygen. Give you a chance to get a break. It looked like the foul was on Rzig, but it goes against Sleeman. We're going to take a break in the action. There are some whistles and jeers going out as Morais steps to the line to throw it twice. Carlos Morais misses the first one. And Coach says to me, why did he miss when he was shooting against the Cameroon when there was more pressure? Of course,
I'm telling you, oh my goodness.
Of course, he made the 2 free throws that sent you out of the tournament, Coach. And so Morais makes 1 of 2. If he had made 1 against you guys, you might still be playing. It would have gone to double overtime.
Absolutely. You know what? But hey, we just had a tough luck there. But it's just something that we do it again in a couple of years.
We'll take some solace, Coach, in that. I know it's scant consolation, but it was certainly the most entertaining game we have seen. Of course, that quarterfinal game between the indomitable Lions of the Cameroon and the Antelopes of Angola. Here's a shot by Kechrid, and he's fouled. And 2 shots. So, Coach, you and I have had I think the last time you were here, we had to go at some of the officials, but they've allowed the players to play here, and we've had a good game flow so far.
So far, so good. I think it's a great feeling to see the refs actually letting the game being played by the players and being decided by the players instead of having an influence, a negative influence in, either way.
Absolutely. So, Kechrid makes his first free throw, and he doesn't seem to be showing any ill effects of the ankle injury he sustained in the first half of their semifinal. He misses the second. So Gomes pulls down the rebound. This is Milton Barros who's checked into the game, the number 14, as Armando Costa gets a break. And Kechrid's doing a good job defensively, getting him over the sideline. They'll switch with Elma Brook. Elma Brook, number 7, checked into the game, and there's Kechrid. And good recognitions by the Angolans as they took Kechrid down into the low blocks.
Absolutely. Tunisia always switch whenever there's a ball screen or a handoff. So that, may be a very, very tough thing to do against Angola that can really, really read the game and get to the next step.
There's a pass over the top, and Kechrid goes up to get it. He can't get it. Barros catches it. Kechrid picks his pocket from behind. 2-on-1. Give it to Rzig. Can Rzig finish? He can't. As Morais does enough to put him off. Rzig's got to hustle back on defense. Good no call by the referees. And the ball's out of bounds by Milton Barros. He can't handle the pass. So it's 11-7 to Tunisia. And I'd like to see that move to the basket by Rzig again to see if it was a foul. Of course, the referees didn't call it, so we play on. Hadidane to El Mabrouk. El Mabrouk can really stroke it if he gets going. He's one of the tournament's top three-point shooters, shooting over 50% from behind the arc. Rzig wants to post up Morais. Kechrid can't find him, so he'll shoot a three. It won't go. And there's only one red jersey going to the glass. Coach, do you have a rule of thumb with how many people you want getting to the offensive board?
Usually I want to send as many as 4 to the glass, just to give ourselves a chance to at least put our hands on the ball and keep them from running, on us.
So speaking of running, Salah Mejri runs the floor really well. You talked about his athleticism, and there's a good example of how the number 15 at 7 feet got up and down the floor. You'd like to see the guards reward those big guys by feeding them in the post in transition. Big guys bit like dogs. When they do something good, you got to give them a bone. And there's a violation by Hadidane as he carries it. Hadidane admits, but Coach Talatli felt that Hadidane got fouled. Of course, the referees give Coach the old selective hearing treatment. They only hear you when they're about to give you the technical. They hear you fine then, don't they, Coach?
Absolutely. Sometimes, you wonder if they're listening to you, but when they're ready to pull that tee, they let you know they've been hearing you for a while.
So down in the post again as Lionel Paulo's going to try and deal against this smaller guard, Metalbrook, and a beautiful glide to the basket by Ambrosio. So he shows us he can shoot from the outside, and he can also go to the rim. So Hadidane, and I tell you what, Milton Barros doing a great job guarding Kechrid to take the Tunisians out of what they like to do. There's a three by El Mabrouk. Marwan El Mabrouk can really shoot it. He fills it up, so it's 14-9 to Tunisia.
I think Angola is trying to work on cross matchups here, and that will cost them because now you find.
And Mejri with another block, and he goes to the crowd and he says, "You better not bring it in here, because the number 15's playing." He says to his teammates, "Can I get an amen? Watch this." He's going to send it out, and then Mejri, he loves to work the crowd. And there's 2 blocks. Salah Mejri. So Barros will shoot a 3. That's short. Mejri will get the rebound. And Hadidane will bring it up. We're under 2 minutes. And significantly, as Hadidane shoots a 3, he gets it.
Again, the cross matchup is hurting Angola now, because now you see Ambrosio doesn't know who he's guarding right now. He was on number 7, now he would want to pick up number 9. That's not the kind of player he can guard at this point.
So it's hard to pick up your assignments, especially in transition. And we've got Armando Costa getting ready to come back into the game. Hadidane gets the rebound. It's an 8-point lead for Tunisia. That is their largest lead. They're going to try to get into double digits here. And the Tunisians showing their poise and composure. And it's right down Main Street. Kechrid just strolls right down Main Street and lays it in. There's no worry about a shot blocker for Angola coming. And Mejri has stayed in the game. Typically now, by this stage, Makram Ben Ramdan comes in, and we got a charge. That's a terrific call as Hadidane steps in to take the charge. And so are you surprised, Coach, that Ben Ramdan has not come into the game, that Mejri has played the whole first quarter?
Well, I think sometimes, during these type of games, I think you got to, as a basketball coach, you're faced with a choice now, either take a timeout or not. I think at this point I would like not to take one, because we still have a second quarter that can be even tougher for us, and just try to get the players to calm down and grind it with all kinds of schemes that we may have worked on defense. Right now, again, you see the cross matchup, and Tunisia is using it to their advantage. They're running their stuff, and they're running it with patience.
So Rzig will throw it to Mejri. Now Mejri's not going to shoot that, so Gomes stays right in the paint as a helper. There's a diagonal screen, big for little. Kechrid goes in amongst the trees. It's going to come down, and he gets the roll from the rim. And that man right there is taking the claim to become one of the tournament's best point guards. Tunisia lead by 12. It's 21-9. It is their biggest lead. It's double digits. So Angola And there's a foul on the perimeter as Eduardo Mingus comes into the game, and he goes to the basket. And that foul is on Morais Kechrid, so that's his second. And this is a good substitution. I think the end of the first quarter, you want to make sure he doesn't pick up his third. And so Tunisia will come in with the number 5. That is Maghrebi. I beg your pardon, that's Marwan Larnej who checks in. Mingus will go to the free throw line. And still there's, the Angolan drums are beating. Don't they know that they got to stop beating the drum when your own guys are at the free throw line?
Well, maybe that's why they make you so many free throws. Maybe they should keep bidding on them and help the team, the player put it in. But right now, it's not working.
He's missed both, and Angola from the free throw line as a team are 1 for 4. They're 25% from the line. So Tunisia will get one offense here, and we'll see them at their best. Coach Talatli he's remonstrating with somebody. It's Rzig. He wants El Mabrouk to get the basketball. There's 5 on the shot clock. Hadidane, not a great offense, and that's off. But at least they did it with not enough time for the Angolans to come back. And Coach Talatli he's upset with one of his players. He's extremely upset with El Mabrouk because El Mabrouk didn't come to get the basketball. And so, well, it's been a terrific first quarter. Tunisia with a 12-point lead. Are you surprised Tunisia lead by double digits at this stage?
No. I think they did what they wanted to do.
That one. And great shots from the Medialoso people who are giving you all these images and all the sound from the Mahamasina Arena in Antananarivo. It's second quarter of the finals of AFROBASKET 2011 as Tunisia will try to build on their double-digit 12-point lead. And that's going to be an easy layup by Larnej, and the help side is slow to rotate over. So Angola got caught out there. It's 23-9. It's a 14-point lead as the Tunisians have got themselves out in front early. And Mingus goes, and he can't finish as Mejri does just enough to throw him off. So Hadidane, Larnej, important period, coach, here for the Tunisians as they're without their point guard. So we'll see if they can stay in their sets. Here's Rzig. He gets the feet set. He pulls the trigger, and it's good. Rzig, he acknowledges the pass.
But again, you know, they're doing a great job in doing what they want right now. And see,
and Morais goes to the basket, and Mejri.
That's not just a play that will pay well for Angola. They need to run their sets and get whatever they want as well.
And Mejri with his third block. They've all been clean. They've all been above the rim, and this is a timeout from the Angolans as they will go into the huddle. And I think this is a good timeout. This is the second and final timeout of the half. So the Angolan coach is going early, but you're down 17. I think it's a good decision.
Well, I don't know if at this juncture of the game is such a good decision because you have an experienced team as Angola. All they need to do, and all the coach might have done at this point, was maybe to communicate with them that we're not doing the right thing and call his point guard and have the point guard relay the message to the players. Look, we're just going one and done. We're just going one and one all the time. That's not our style. We need to run our offense. We need to get the shots that we need to get, and then we'll feel a lot better as the game goes on. And now it's stuck now because if Tunisia can push this thing a little more, he has no more timeouts to be able to slow the tempo or to break the rhythm a little bit.
Yeah, he certainly used him up early. Do you think that this is because of the fact that it's an assistant who's taken over as a head coach and maybe he doesn't have quite the relationship with the players that a head coach would have?
Well, I think, you know, it's always a tough, you know, situation to be an assistant and take over as a head coach because there's some mechanism and there's some, you know, just some reflexes that you don't really have at the time, and that can be very, very difficult.
So Gomes misses the first one, but he pads his stats and he gets the tip in for the second and the basket. Zone defense from the Angolans, so they come out of the timeout and they change. We'll see if this is a good decision. Of course, you've got good shooter on the floor right into the high post. Oh, and Rzig had a good look at it, but he just tried to be too unselfish and find a teammate. Morais with a good ball fake, and he'll stroke the three. It won't go, but it's going to be a good call here on Lionel Paulo. So Rzig flashed to the high post like you like against the zone. He had a 15-footer, and he didn't take it.
Well, I mean, it's just, I don't know if it's nerves, but, you know, a player of his caliber should have just taken his time, maybe taking another dribble and had that little short shot from the basket. So, I mean, I'm very, very intrigued with this defense against Tunisia at this juncture of the game.
Of course, El Malbrook, the number 7, one of the tournament's top shooters. You can't get that one. It's deep in the corner. Hadidane's already made 3 today. There's El Malbrook with a good up fake, and he'll spot up, and he'll shoot it. It's a good look. It wouldn't go for him, so the Angolans are going to try to break. They pass to Gomes slightly behind him. He'll kick to the corner. Morais, that is a good stop and go. The shot won't go, but it was a good execution from the Angolans in a bit of a secondary break. Skip to Hadidane. Larnej giving the team good minutes. There's Rzig. He didn't shoot the 15-footer. He says, that wasn't in my range. I got to step out further. He makes it 3, and it's velvet. Rzig with a 3-pointer. And Tunisia lead by 18 points here in the first half. Gomes with a 3. That won't go. And it's all Tunisia. And you've got to wonder what is going on with the Angolans. There's the Angola bench. So Larnej and Tunisia with a chance to continue to add to their lead. They lead by 18. It is their largest lead. I'm here with Coach Adingono of the Cameroon. He's surprised by the Angolans and their decision to go to zone. Behind the back, Hadidane will bounce it. Oh, nice inside-out dribble. What a terrific dribble. Why didn't he go up left-handed? But Larnej picks it up and lays it in. It was a terrific inside-out dribble by Hadidane, but he tried to over-elaborate. We still do not see Makram Ben Ramdan, who's a terrific prospect for the Tunisians. Mejri's played all the way through, the number 15 for Tunisia, the shot blocker, and Gomes. And there's the mismatch, and they give it to Gomes inside against a smaller man. So Larnej will bring it up.
I think as long as they keep switching, Angola has to be patient enough to continue running their stuff and throwing the ball inside as they switch, either inside or on the perimeter.
Hadidane, nice bounce. I love the bounce pass into the interior of his zone. El Malbrook, he's not going to get a better look. He missed it. Mejri's, he got stripped. You got to have strong hands in there, don't you? You got to hold on to that thing. Mejri gets stripped.
You know, we always use the term of, you know, grabbing the rebound and making sure we chin it, just to avoid any kind of little people, you know, putting their hands in there.
So right on cue, Makram Ben Ramdan, the number 12 for Tunisia, checks in, and Salah Mejri will get a well-deserved break. He's going to get an ice pack from the physio. Ben Ramdan, you can leave him out there. He's not going to shoot it. He's all about going to the basket inside. So a smaller team now from the Tunisians. And Gomes with a good hustle play. It'll go back to Ben Ramdan. Ben Ramdan will pass it, and it's off of a Tunisian hand. But Gomes showing some leadership and trying to make a good hustle play for his team to get him kick-started. Armando Costa will bring it up. Here's Morais. Morais should change through the gears. That is a splendid move by Carlos Morais as he goes to the cup and lays it up. So still a 16-point lead for Tunisia. Rzig on the wing. That one is, oh, he banked it! The bank is open. It's a Sunday, but banks are open here in Madagascar as Rzig, and we've got another turnover here by the Angolans. Let's have a look at Rzig. He's 3 for 3 from behind the arc.
Absolutely, and you know what, I can recall that Rzig was very, very effective against the USA the last time they played against the US and made so many threes, and the Tunisian coach might have really, really kept him just for this game.
You're right, because he hasn't shot many threes up to this point in the tournament, so Coach Talatli showing a bit of savvy, keeping some of his cards close to his chest. This one's out of bounds.
You know what? I am a little surprised that Angola has not picked up the tempo and have not gone, you know, after Tunisia. I mean, they're just letting them play and rotate the ball and just, you see, that's not.
There's an and one. The basket will go. And this is a terrific way to attack a zone, dribble penetration into the gaps of a zone. Rzig with a good finish, and he has had easily his best performance so far. He's got 13 points, a chance to make it 14. the captain of this team. He's 31 years old, and wouldn't he love to have the opportunity to go to the Olympics? He'll get that one down. Remember, of course, the winner of this, the automatic berth to the Olympics. Angola have been ever present at the Olympics. Might be a chance now for a different African team to get the easy pass. Gomes gets a great pass, and he sends it. No pressing defense yet from the Angolans. They're going to sit back in this zone. No, they switch the man. Here we go. So here's a switch. They'll see if they can impose himself physically. Gomes, that's good defense on Ben Ramdan. He's not really going to put it on the floor and beat you. This is what he does do well. Nice pass inside. Great spin move. And a good move to the basket, but Gomes commits the foul. And Mohamed Rayaza will go to the free throw line. He'll throw it twice. It's Joaquim Gomes. This is a good spin move. But, Coach, I'd like to see a player there really shift the ball to his left hand and shield with his right, but it's a skill that not a lot of people have in their locker. No,
but yet, most coaches take a lot of time in trying to focus on fundamentals and trying to allow players to get better with both hands. But there, I think it was just one of those things where the player got maybe a little too excited and thought he had it wide open and wanted to finish it as quickly as possible.
Well, take a look around, because there's people everywhere. There's people filling the tunnels. There's people standing in the back row. All of the bleachers are filled. It is a terrific atmosphere here in the Mohammed. Now, Angola have got to do their part, and they got to kind of carve into this lead. It is now 21 points for Tunisia. And we've got a foul inside. It's on El Melbrook, Murad El Melbrook, his first foul. So Armando Costa, still no sign of Kechrid. He's getting a break on the bench. It's so static from the Angolans. That shot won't go. Of course, Senegal beat Angola by throwing a zone at him. And Angola didn't really know how to unlock it. They looked so static in their man-to-man offense there. By contrast, the Tunisians share the ball, they move the ball, they run their sets. There's great motion, there's handoffs.
Very patient. And that's what happens when you're that patient. When you're patient with your offense, literally the defense falls asleep, and when a shot is taken, the offensive rebound just gets wide open, and that's just what happened in that possession.
So Carlos Morais with his second foul. Angola with 4 team fouls, Tunisia with only 1. So Rzig will get it with a new 24-second shot clock. Shot clock hasn't started yet. There it goes, a little late. Here's Larnej. He's done an admirable job at point in the absence of Kechrid. Rayaza will go down the lane, and there's a rejection. But the loose ball is picked up by El Mabrouk. So Reza will shoot the 16-footer. It won't go. Ben Ramdan gets after it. Great hustle play by the Tunisians. Armando Costa will throw it ahead to Pino Paulo, and he loses the handle. Ambrosio, and he finishes inside. 19 points for Angola. Tunisia have doubled them up. It's 38-19. And Tunisia have been rampant so far in the first half. Coach, do you come back now with your starters? Do you finish with Mejri and Kechrid, or do you leave the guys in?
Well, I think, they've been playing well. I'm just going to keep the flow of the game going the way it has. But yet, our friend there has to, slow down a little bit. Morais has hurt him. He's just taking bad shots. That's the 3rd bad shot he's taken. And that's just not a winning equation right there.
Yeah, he's only 22 years old. There's a transition basket there from Gomes. I think this is a good timeout now from Coach Talatli. He'll certainly calm his troops down. And all right, Coach, here you go. You're in the huddle. You've called a timeout. It's your possession. What types of things do you want to emphasize here to your players? So Kechrid stays on the bench, as does Mejri. 17-point lead. There are no tomorrows. No sense saving the legs, because this one is for all the marbles. It's the championships of AFROBASKET 2011. And they're trying to get Mabrouk open. It's into Ben Ramdan. Now Ben Ramdan's going to go to the basket. He'll kick it. There's good ball distribution. Mabrouk is not great off the dribble. He wants to spot up, and that is not what the Tunisians want. That's 3-ball by Ben Ramdan. He had to take it, but El Mabrouk was closely guarded. And so a good stop by the Angolans.
Another contested shot. Those are not the type of shots that they've gotten all half. So I think they have to recalibrate a little bit and continue running the offense and really execute it, because right now there was no screen sets and there was nothing. Now Angola, let's see if they can execute and get a good shot and perhaps they score here.
So still man-to-man defense from the Tunisians. Armando Costa on the wing. And he'll go one-on-one against Rzig. Nice pass inside to Gomes, and one! Gomes scores on a terrific pass inside by Armando Costa. A little bounce pass, he drops it to his captain. And Joaquim Gomes has played well. We finally see him close to his best. He played a good semifinal, and here he is here. He grabs a pass and lays it in, so he'll go to the free throw line to try to convert his and one. Gomes has got 10. That's 11. So terrific first half from Joaquim Gomes. Probably one of the few Angolans who's played well. He's got 11 points. Angola have got 24. And notably, Salah Mejri is at the scorer's table. He wants to come in. Ben Ramdan is at the top. Reza inside, but he's not going to touch it. He's guarded by Ambrosio. And Rzig will give it to Larnej. Shot clock at 4. That's a decent look. That's a good shot. Terrific shot. That's the open shot that you're talking about, Coach. And it was the rhythm of the offense, which got the good look. And it's Reza, Mukhtar Reza inside who got the bucket. Now Reza's got his hands full trying to guard Ambrosio, and the guards come down. And that is swarming defense by the Tunisians. A shot by Paulo won't go. Ambrosio, and Coach, there's another phrase from the coaching manual. It's sink to the level of the basketball. And the Tunisians showed a good demonstration of that, how they collapsed on the ball in the post.
I think they just played great team defense there until the point where they didn't come up with that rebound. They just need to, get a little more physical and come up with those type of ball basketballs in order to run the offense.
Those second chance opportunities will sap the energy out of you. We saw in the bronze medal game, I don't know if you got a chance to see the bronze medal game, Coach, but Nigeria had twice as many rebounds as their opponent, the Ivory Coast. In fact, Nigeria had almost as many offensive rebounds as the Ivory Coast had rebounds.
Wow.
Ambrosio makes both of his free throws. So Mejri's back into the game. It's still half-court defense from the Angolans, no press. They've cut it down to 14. We're approaching the 1-minute mark of the second quarter. Still no Kechrid, he's on the bench. Rzig wants a basketball at the top. We've got a foul inside, which is on Bonifacio, and that will send Tunisia to the free throw line. I think it's their 5th, it is. So Larnej will shoot it. There's the hold inside. And the referee saw that one. So Marwan Larnej, he misses the first one. He's going to try to extend the lead here to 15. Larnej plays in the domestic league for Tunisia, and he missed them both. 14-point lead for Tunisia. And Gomes, he's going to try and work inside of the post against Ben Ramdan. He'll throw it back out to Ambrosio. Ambrosio pulls a 3, it won't go. And there's a great hustle play by the Angolans. And so the Tunisians really need to take care of their defensive rebounds. Armando Costa, now he's got a bigger man on him on the switch. He's going to settle for a 3. I think dribble penetration might have been a good option there. But Larnej picks up the long rebound. There's 30 seconds left. So it's likely that each team will get one more opportunity to score before we go into the locker room. Certainly Tunisia will be patient, and you hate to see these fouls. These are silly fouls, a moving screen on Ben Ramdan. That's a killer.
Yep, I think execution here is everything down to, if Angola can end up, scoring a bucket here, that will put them at least to, either 12 or 11. That's a good margin.
Yeah, certainly a little turning point in the game, really, if they can get a basket here. Armando Costa, so 17 on the shot clock. He's going to get another rub from Paulo, going inside against the smaller guard. And the Tunisians collapse on the ball. So Angola kick it out. There's a 3, and that could be a turning point. It's 40-29. We'll go into the changing room up 11. Tunisia missed an opportunity to turn the screw and get themselves on top, and so certainly Angola are the momentum team going into the halftime changing rooms.
Absolutely, and again, it was just, too many turnovers and too many bad shots from Tunisia at the end of the game, and that would be now in the hands again to come out in the second half and try to execute and get the lead that they had going into the beginning of the first quarter, the second quarter.
Well, that basket's a moral victory because Tunisia have led by as many as 22, and the Angolans can take comfort from the fact that they have that lead going into the change room. Of course, we've got plenty of time left. I think certainly Tunisia will have to come back with Kechrid in the second half. We'll look at some of the numbers here. And so Tunisia need to come out and try to get that on their side. Angola will have possession. They will get a chance to get this lead down to single digits. It has been as many as 22 points. And so Angola need a good set right here. They start with Gomes, Armando Costa, Ambrosio, Leonel Paulo, and Milton Barros. So Carlos Morais is on the bench. There's a great hustle play. What a terrific hustle play by Hadidane. He has the presence of mind to throw it off of an Angola jersey as he's falling out of bounds. So Hadidane hasn't started. I don't think he started any games this tournament, and Coach Talatli brings him into the final as a starter.
I think that's just a testament to how comfortable and the kind of confidence that the coach has in his players, and that's a very, very good thing to see.
So Tunisia starting with a bigger lineup. They have both Ben Ramdan and Saleh Mejri in the game at the same time. Typically they spell each other. Hadidane goes off the screen, and Rzig goes off of a stagger screen. He's guarded closely by Leonel Paulo. Hadidane will get a rub from Mejri. That's terrific execution of the screen and roll, and Mejri didn't finish. Textbook screen and roll, and Saleh Mejri didn't finish. So the Angolans come right back. They get the ball down the sideline. Milton Barros will call the play. I think Mejri would like to have that one back again. He's not going to get an easier look tonight, is he? So Angola turn it over. They've had two opportunities now, have the Angolans, to get it into single digits. They still trail by 11.
Well, I don't think it's the way Angola wanted to start the second half. 2 turnovers. They got to really, really lock in and try to execute and get big shots.
So Rzig will curl on the stagger screen, and he's into a cul-de-sac. So somebody's got to be open. Kechrid leans in. That's off the glass. It's no good. Ambrosio picks it up, but here's a perfect way to stop transition. That's pressure the outlet pass. So Tunisia do a nice job trying to keep the Angolans from breaking into the post to Gomes, and Gomes goes up and he can't finish. So it's a sloppy start. We had an electric start at the first half, but the second half is a little bit more pedestrian. Kechrid will take an open look. That won't go around and out. And who's it off? It's off Armando Costa.
I think they're playing right in Tunisia's hand right now. I think the pace of this game to start the second half is right into Tunisia pace and rhythm, that can be costly at the end.
So Hadidane's going to stroll down the lane. He's going to lay it up. He's got it. It's a charge. Now, is the basket going to count? The basket's good. And so Hadidane commits the charge. Coach Talatli lets the referee know what he thought of that call. But the referee said straight away that the basket was good. There's Mohamed Hadidane. So Angola will come up, and Carlos Morais starts on the bench. You wonder if he's recovered from that fever. Gomes will come out, and he'll set a screen. He's going to try and post up the smaller Rzig. There's the exchange that coach has been talking about. And Mejri pulls down the rebound.
I don't understand why he didn't do what he did in the second half, which is backing the guy down and just taking a short jump hook instead of taking a turnaround shot like that. That just doesn't, jive very well right now. They need to really, really execute. Look at this.
Nice pass.
See?
And there's exactly what we talked about. The Tunisians get the same type of mismatch. It's a post player against a guard, and they go right inside and draw the foul. So here comes Morais. He'll come in for Armando Costa. There's the foul. Armando Costa, he can't believe it. Look at that look. You must be joking, ref. They never change their mind, though, do they?
No, and when that call is made, they tell you. They're not changing their mind.
Good recognition of the trap. They'll throw it to Mejri. Now, Mejri, see, it's on the floor, and the foul is on Paulo. And Mejri's a terrific defensive player, but still needs to work on his offensive skills.
Absolutely.
Facing the basket.
I like him. I think he's very, very effective, and he stays, you know, within what he can do. He doesn't try to be someone else, and he's not forcing the game at all.
Makram Ben Ramdan will give it back to Kechrid. Kechrid will get the set, and there's 9 in the shot clock. He bisects the defenders, and Lionel Paulo steps up and blocks it. Kechrid needed to find an open man there, but the Tunisians recover quickly. Here comes Gomes filling the trail spot, and he's going to post up Kechrid. You got to recognize that. He's got to get a touch, and you hate to see that. You got to feed the post there, don't you? It's got to be a wraparound bounce pass into the post.
Absolutely. I think he got a little rushed, first of all, because he was looking to shoot the basketball. When that was in there, he put the ball on the floor instead of holding it tough and trying to make it a post entry. So there was a combination of things happening there.
So Ben Ramdan has got to guard Armando Costa if he can. And Costa has the presence of mind to take him into the paint. Kechrid will check out, but there's a 3 by Bonifacio. And so we get our first score of the second half after having played over 3 minutes. It's a 42-32 lead. Hadidane with a 3, and he pumps his fist, and Shweye, his teammate, loves it on the bench. Those guys down the bench, you want to keep them active. They didn't pay for their seats. They need to get involved. Hadidane, he can't come out. Armando Costa's got a real good look at it. He shorts ends it. Mejri throws the baseball pass. Hadidane touches it. Armando Costa, who's it off? I think it's off Hadidane. And, you know, that is not what the Tunisians want, is it? Get the rebound and bring it up slow.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they want to play at that pace. They don't want to get hurried, you know, at any time.
So 45-32. It's a 13-point lead for the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. Armando Costa throws it down into the post. Ambrosio. Now here's Ben Ramdan. He's got to make a good decision. He's going to go coast to coast, and he finishes. He goes coast to coast, and he does his best Gaston Asenge impersonation by showing his muscles.
Yeah, that's Gaston, just signature move right there when he makes a tough move.
Oh, terrific. One of the great characters of the tournament, Gaston Asenge. Ambrosio is going to bounce it. He's going to kick it. Armando Costa will pull the trigger. That won't go. Mejri's going to show Ben Ramdan, I can bounce it too. He throws it ahead to Hadidane. Great transition basketball for the Tunisians. And we've got a timeout by the Angolans. And the Tunisians are in dreamland. They're up 17 points against the 10-time champion Angolans. We're going to take a break here in the Maha Messina Arena. Don't go anywhere. That's FIBAAfricaTV.com bring you coverage of the finals of AfroBasket 2011.
I mean, you must see here.
Long way to go in this one. 49-72, Tunisia lead. They have led by as many as 22 points. And they are in the driver's seat here. And so, once again, Angola are on the ropes. And Armando Costa a bit tentative with his pass into Eduardo Mingus. But we've seen, sadly, Coach, we've seen Angola not on the ropes, but on their backs with a referee giving them a 10 count, and they got back up, didn't they?
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, you know, it's just, you know, a team of champions. You know, they've been winning for a while, and they understand how to do it in tough situations.
So they need all of their championship caliber qualities here. Going inside now. I'm going to talk a little bit about post play here in a second, Coach. I want to get your opinion. I have yet to see a post player who will take his defender to the middle and then spin back to the baseline. It's a simple, terrific move, but it's certainly something that not many players have in their locker here.
No, I think, you know, besides, you know, a couple of my post players, I'm talking about Gaston Asenge and Alfred Aboya, that have been terrific in the block. You know, I've been seeing a post player that really gets down there, you know, gets in the mix and really makes it happen.
I think Papadia from Senegal is a good prospect, but he's all left-handed, isn't he?
Right.
He wants to go to the left, and frequently he'll move his defender, but he just doesn't spin back to the right. He'll settle for a left-handed jump hook.
And he's a great prospect, and you know what? He has a lot of basketball to be played in his career, and I'm sure he's going to continue getting better.
Sadly, he's got a Senegal passport, Coach. You got to keep your hands off him. So it's Tunisia here with possession. Kechrid keeps his dribble. Ben Ramdan will go to the lane. and that is craziness. And this is something that Ben Ramadan really has to get in his game. He's got one feature to his game. It's going strong to the bucket, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know, and again, that's just, you know, what happened in this first half where he started driving recklessly, and that did not help them. So it hasn't helped him. So I'll be curious to see if somebody from Tunisia doesn't get off the bench in order to take him out, you know, sub him.
We just took a look down the subs bench. There's nobody yet, but I think that's a good call by you. I think Coach Salatli will have to get him out. That is a splendid move by Eduardo Mingus with a nice jump shot, jump hook inside. And so now the Angolan's showing a bit of pressure. That's one way to beat the press, but he turned it over. I want to talk to you about your philosophy on this too, Coach, when you get a chance about beating pressure. And that's a turnover. Angola just cough it right back up again. Kechrid to Hadidane, he'll fan out. Give it back to Kechrid, back to Hadidane. Hadidane gets a long look at it, and it's short. And this is the game that Angola want to play.
Exactly.
It's a broken game. Morais, no call. It's a 3-on-2. Nice break. That's a good break, but Rzig can't finish it. We got a track meet breaking out right here, and the ball is incidental. And another turnover. So neither team can really finish. Coach, just on press breaking, your philosophy, do you like to have a big guy flash to the middle of his own press, or do you prefer to have a ball carrier flash to the middle of that press?
Yeah, I think I'd rather put the two big guys, you know, down the court and allow the ball handlers actually touching the ball, because putting it forward there, unless you have a forward that is a twinner that is used to really catching the ball in that type of positions, you really want to put a player in a position where he's successful.
So Radwan Sleeman's checked back in for the Tunisians. He played the first quarter, none in the second quarter, so he should be well rested. And here's a switch. Ben Ramadan's going to check out Morais, but it's velvet from Carlos Morais. And it's 49-37. And the press from the Angolans. Coach, going to give you one more look at it, see if you can tell if it's a zone or a man press. Kechrid gets it, but only 11 seconds on the shot clock. Mejri's got to move it on to Hadidane. Now Hadidane's got a mismatch in a low post, but the help side is recovered. That shot's up, it rattles around and no good. Ben Ramadan had a chance to tip it, he didn't. Morais, he'll pull up, that's off. Hadidane gets the rebound. Kechrid gets the outlet. Now if Tunisia are smart, they'll, oh, this is good play right here by Kechrid. Great fast break team play as Ben Ramadan throws it back to Kechrid in the middle. Here's Morais. And that's no basket. The Greek referee says the foul is on the floor. It'll be against Sleeman. And 51-37, the game has started to up its pace, and this will suit the Angolans.
Absolutely. I think, you know, I like the fact that the game has picked up the pace, and now you see Angola feeling a lot more comfortable. Now they're playing their game. I think they should keep it up. They should keep pressing like they showed a couple of times already. Every time a basketball is made, they need to stay in that little token pressure. And sometimes when you see token pressure, you may tend to throw the ball away a little bit.
So Hadidane's got to hold his ground against Mingus. Mingus throws it out to Armando Costa. Armando Costa got a good look, and it won't go. And Angola are 5 for 22 from behind the three-point line, but they've taken 22 of them. That's the old expression, shoot till you get hot and shoot till you stay hot. Kechrid.
Shoot till you miss.
Yeah, exactly right. Good spin by Mejri, and he can't finish inside. Bonifacio. Armando Costa with a great hustle play, and it's in. And Tunisia are right now, they are out of character. They do not want to play this scrappy game. And Rzig going to check back in, the captain. He needs to settle him. This is a good substitution by Salatli. So Sleeman's going to bring it up. And Kechrid is closely guarded. Hadidane will give it to Kechrid. It's a 12-point game. Inside to Hadidane. He'll skip it over the top to Sleeman. Sleeman with a three-ball. That's no good. Kechrid picks up the long rebound, and Salah Mejri says, slow it down, because I don't want to run back on defense again. So Kechrid will try to dissect the Angola defense. He gets a look at it.
Right in their hands.
And that's no good.
Playing right in their hands.
Who's the foul against here? Hadidane got the rebound. I think it's an Angola foul. The referee's going to come over and let us know right now. It is on 12. As we get a look here. And I don't understand how that is not a shooting foul.
Well, I mean, that's it. That's just a tough call there. But again, they still have the basketball. They just got to execute and keep on pressuring, keeping the pressure on Angola, because that's the pressure on them right now.
So Kechrid draws the double team. Now Angola are quick to rotate. Sleeman. Hadidane. Now he's already made one deep throw. Here's Rzig. They give it to the captain. He's going to deal on Armando Costa. He gets help. He gets an elbow in the chin, but no call from the referee. He's counting his teeth on the way back to make sure he's got them all. And he's looking for the number of the truck that hit him. Inside to Ambrosio. Mejri's got to hold his ground. Good polished finish inside by Ambrosio. And so now it's 10. There's 30 seconds left here in the quarter, and Tunisia really need a basket here to settle themselves down.
Yep, I mean, they just need to keep doing what they're doing. You know, they're still fine. You know, that's how they get out of half. You know, up 11, so they just need to make a bucket here and just take it from there.
And that is not a great shot, but Mejri keeps it alive with a great hustle play. We've got two Angolans down on the floor. Sleeman, he'll kick it to Kechrid. The three's on the way. He bangs it home right at the death of the quarter. And we talk about momentum. Angola had the momentum going into halftime. Well, now it's swung back to the Tunisians. And we finished the third quarter, and Tunisia lead by as many as 13 points, 54-41. Coach, question for you now. Obviously, Michel Gomes has been fired and relieved of his duties with Angola. I think he's picked up a job in the federation. And at the moment, there's an interim coach. The assistant is interim. If they were to come knocking and they were offer you the job, would you be tempted?
Let me tell you what, Angola is a country that it puts a lot of resources into their sports.
I've got a few of my own too, Coach, but I'm struggling to find a number 4 man. So I'm interested to know your views. Hadidane's going to take over the point guard duties here temporarily. He'll throw it into Rzig. Now Gomes can back off him, but you can see the pressure from the Angolans. They got to scramble and play hard. Kechrid will go right down the lane. He'll lay it in. He rolls right down the lane like he's walking down the beach with his girlfriend, and nobody comes around, and he lays it in. Kechrid, he's got to be a candidate for one of the all-star teams here. So Mingus kicks it back out to Gomes. Paulo, and speaking about strolling down the lane, Paulo makes a house call, but he can't finish. You know, Paulo did everything but the finish at the end. Gomes maybe got away with a travel. Mingus will pull a trigger on a three. That doesn't look good. Didn't even have any rotation.
They're not even getting back. I mean, what is going on?
Carlos Morais struggling to get back. Kechrid took a shot. And so if you are a Tunisia fan, you'd be glad to know that 1 minute's gone, and Mejri does enough to put up Morais. Morais is down to the advertising boards. Mejri holds it high. He's got to move it on now because you got to get it across the timeline. It's only 8 seconds, and they just make it. Hadidane, and you know what? Tunisia with a chance really to screw down the Black Antelopes here with a good possession, and they turn it right back over.
Well, I think, you know, right now, you know, maybe Angola doesn't just have the firepower, you know, with physically, you know, to play the style that I felt suited them the most, because it seems as if Tunisia is running more.
Is fatigue a factor at this stage of the tournament?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mingus with a good finish inside. He showed some good post moves.
Especially at this juncture of the game, you know, guys really have played many games, and now it's time to dig in and really finish them the game.
This is the 7th game for players. It's the 40th game we've brought you on FIBAAfricaTV.com. And so we'll find out what type of reserves of energy the players have in this. This is their final quarter of basketball, so you got to let it all hang out right now, because this one is for all the marbles. And Mejri's coming out. I don't know about this substitution, Coach.
I think it's a little, you know, it's a little winded. Somebody knocked the wind out of him a little bit, so he needs to catch his breath for a second there and get back in because they need him. They need him in there.
He plays his basketball, his club basketball in Antwerp in Belgium. I think he needs to eat some more chocolates. He could do with some more weight on his body. He's slender, to say the least, isn't he?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think, not only chocolate, I think he needs to get in the weight room and do a few push-ups as well.
Absolutely. I suppose you get a Boya and Senge after him, and they'll sort him out pretty quick. Those two guys have got muscles on top of muscles. Armando Costa pulls the trigger, and that's off. And so Angola are shooting 5 for 24 from behind the three-point line. It's been man-to-man defense all the way from the Tunisians. They haven't changed anything that they've done. 32 total rebounds as compared to 27, so the Tunisians have got the edge. Rzig, he'll kick it. Sleeman checks to make sure it says Moulton on it, shoots it. It's way off. Shot clock goes off, but because Angola get the possession, we play on. Morais with a deep one. That's short.
No legs.
Yeah, and that's that fatigue you're talking about. Of course, he's coming off an illness yesterday, so you wonder what they've got left in terms of energy, the Angola players. In fact, I think Morais is signaling to the bench that he wants a substitution. Should Angola throw it into Gomes inside and get him a few touches?
Well, not to go, I think to Mingus, because Mingus is a lot more aggressive at this point. And he scored a couple of jump hooks down there. They just need to throw it in there, just really command position down there and play inside-out basketball and get the shooters confident again.
Of course, if you go inside and you get fouls, you get an opportunity to get to the free throw line and put points on the board when the clock has stopped. When you're chasing the game, it's always
going to grind them. They are going to grind them now. There's no tomorrow. They're going to run this clock down exactly like that.
And that's not a bad possession from the Tunisians, to be honest. You'd like to be in a shot, but 13-point lead and you run the clock down.
Well, instead of turning the ball over or throwing it away or taking a bad shot to allow Angola to run now, at least they can walk defensively and force Angola to do just that. Take tough shots like that.
So Gomes turns it over. Kechrid will make the Angolans chase shadows again for another 20 seconds.
That's right.
So they love to run people off these flare screens. Rzig will pop out. Watch a back screen here for Rzig. Kechrid shoots it from the baseline, no good. And it's off Eduardo Mingus. And it's a new 24-second shot clock and a possession for the Tunisians. They lead by 13. There's an eternity left. There's 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Don't leave the house yet.
Gomes, there's a lot of basketball to be played. It's 6 minutes, and those 6 minutes will be explosive.
Absolutely. Sleeman to Kechrid. The Tunisians running a clinic on how to execute half-court offenses. Pass to the corner, Sleeman, nice touch pass inside, good head fake, but a great block by Ambrosio. And so can this turn things for the Angolans? Armando Costa, Tunisians recover very well defensively.
Oh boy.
Ambrosio wants the ball in the post. He's going to try and work on Rzig. Rzig holds his ground and a turnover. And that's silliness from the Angolans. We can find out how many turnovers they have here. Angola have got 12 turnovers. Kechrid goes in the lane, he throws it up, it won't go. Loose ball is gathered by Ambrosio.
Where's he going?
That's a charge, that's an easy call. Yeah, you could see that train wreck coming from half court, couldn't you?
Absolutely, it's not supposed to be doing that. He's supposed to find a guard, put it in the guard's hands, and then run the floor to look over the top if possible and get an easy layup. I mean, that's just not what the coach would like a player of his size and position to be doing.
At this stage, when you sit in the commentary booth, we call that a schoolboy error, Coach. Schoolboy error. So Ambrosio will throw it to Rzig. Rzig will hand it off to Sleeman. Sleeman will give it back to Rzig. Rzig will pull the trigger on a three. That's around and out. It won't go. The good team really starting to fill it up here. We've got a 13-point lead. We're under 5 minutes, so.
That's the guy that needs to go to. He needs to push down there.
But Paolo shouldn't be taking his defender in the post there. That's a decent look, and it's off Hadidane, and another great hustle play by Hadidane. That's the second time he's done it.
They're just playing harder. They wanted more, and that's what we're seeing right now. Tunisia is really, really hungry. They want this more than Angola, and there's only 4 minutes left, and they better pick it up. Angola better pick it up, because now what Tunisia will do now is run their offense and run a 24-second shot clock. They don't even have to score at this point. They just need to run that clock down every time down the court.
That was a great hustle play by Hadidane, the kind of things which really do a lot for your team, the little things that don't go in the scorebook. You don't get stats for those hustle plays, but he's done well. And Kechrid, and that is a dagger. That is a dagger to all the fans that are watching in Luanda, right to the heart of the Angolans. It's 59-43. It's a 16-point lead. The question we asked at the beginning of this, coach, and let him go, don't foul, and send it down. Terrific move by Bonifacio with a cuff dunk. What a great penetration move. Here's the press from the Angolans. And you know what? Rzig's not used to this rule. Now, the new FIBA interpretation is 3 points of contact. You got to get over before you go back. I think he got confused. He could have caught that, stopped, and brought it over. But that's one of the real finer points of the game. So Coach Talatli is going to call a timeout. Coach, let me set the table here, and we'll ask you about your All-Star 5. So Angola have got 2 timeouts. Tunisia have got 2 timeouts. And Tunisia lead by 14 points. What about that? Kechrid certainly put an argument in for one of the guard spots tonight. He's played really well. He played well in the semi. There's the inside-out play that you're talking about, and the 3-ball won't go. So Kechrid will pick it up, and they'll draw the foul.
So, why would you foul? I mean, I don't even get it. Why would you foul there? There's a lot of basketball to be played. There's 4 minutes. Get back, get a stop, just dig in defensively, get a stop, and get another clean-up and shot. They had a clean-up and shot. I wish they missed a few of those against us.
That foul is about 85 feet from the basket, and those are one of those fouls that you do wonder about. At what stage, Coach, do you start to play the foul game?
Well, I think I'll play it on until I list, the 2 minutes, 1:45, and start thinking of giving. But right now, even against Tunisia, I don't know who you foul.
So Angola trail by 14. Kechrid is going to shoot a bomb. If that goes, oh my goodness, it's off the front iron, and that will take the wind out of the sail of the Angolans, because the Tunisians are going to make it run around again and play some defense for 20 seconds. Coach Talatli should be commended for the effort he's done with his team so far. They've played just the style of game that they want to play. Look at the ball movement. And Ben Ramdan goes to the basket. And tremendous ball movement by the Tunisians. They have a good understanding of each other. You can see this team has played in the World Championships in 2010, and they're the stronger for it. The man going to the free throw line now is Makram Ben Ramdan. Ben Ramdan plays basketball in the domestic league in Tunisia for the Étoile du Sportif club. He misses the first one. He's got 2 points today. He averages 14, so he's well and truly under his average, and he makes that free throw. So it's 60-45, 15 points. Morais, Mejri with a foul. So Tunisia not in the bonus yet. They've played very disciplined on defense too, haven't they? We're not in the penalty yet.
Well, if they can manage to make a bucket here, I'll say, like they say in French, les carottes sont cuites. They're gonna have to, rethink the whole thing probably. They've got to get a bucket here. They've got to find a way to get to the free throw line and put some points on the board right now.
So both teams with 14 fouls. The next foul we get will send somebody to the free throw line. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Ambrosio to Morais. Didn't quite get his feet set. Off the back iron, he hustles after it. Loose ball, look at Mejri. He's on all fours after it. It's the desire you're talking about with the Tunisians. They really want it. The 10-time champions Angolans are now still on the mat on their back, and the referee's got to about a 7 count now. And Kechrid is doing his best Harlem Globetrotters impersonation. You and I, Coach, are old enough to remember Meadowlark Lemon. Oh, but Kechrid is making the Angolans chase him all over the place.
All over. But I think, you know what? I'm ready to call the game now. I think, I don't know about you, but I think this thing is, this thing is all but over. But yet, you know, I feel Angola will not be able to come back from this deficit.
Coach, I can't do that. I've already got egg on my face. When Parfait Petit made 2 free throws in your game to go up 5 with under 10, I called it. So I'm not saying anything. You can call it if you like, but I'm saying that this one's still in the balance. It's a 16-point lead for Tunisia, and another rebound from Salamejri. And you just wonder, have Angola finally met their match? They've been defeated in the pool by Senegal. Cameroon had them on the ropes. And now the Tunisians have got him. And Ben Ramdan says, I can do it too. And Sleeman steps out of bounds. So now if you're Tunisia, you just play D and you don't foul.
I mean, you still play solid defense. I mean, they still have, you know, 1 foul to give here. You don't just give up, hey, go just like that. You don't just give up anything wide open. You keep playing tough like that and may force him to take those couple shots.
That won't go. It's going to come back to Morais. Armando Costa noticeably is on the bench. You would have thought he'd be in here now for his shooting touch. Mingus, he got all twisted in the air. And Salamejri commits a foul. He's shaking every ref's hand. Look at that. He says to the ref, I got all ball. He pats the ref on the back. Then another ref comes, he shakes his hand. The refs don't get the vote for the All-Star 5. It's the coaches. Lionel Paulo is going to go to the free throw line. Paulo today he has 0 points. Lionel Paulo has not got any points to his name. He averages 6.3. Armando Costa averages 11. Costa has 2. Morais averages 18. He has 9. Not only have the Angolans, there's a foul on a 3. You never foul a 3-point shooter. I beg your pardon. Not only have the Tunisians been clinical on offense, but they've shut down the Angolans defensively too, haven't they? You can't overlook that effort. That man there, Rzig, he's telling the ref, look, I had both hands up. And Carlos Morais gets that one down. That is his 10th point, well under his average. Got 1:40 to play. That one's good. He makes all 3 of them. So Angola will extend their pressure. It's a man press.
Too late.
Rzig's lost the handle. There's a long pass to Mejri. And he pulls it out. And Kechrid will hold on to it. Uh-oh, took 1 dribble. Picked it up. He moves to Rzig. Back to Kechrid. 1:20 to play, and Paulo fouls. So there's 13 in it. Tunisia lead by as many as 13. Kechrid will try to extend this lead. Kechrid, the number 8, Marwan Kechrid, averages 9.8 points per game. But sadly, he's only a 58% free throw shooter. You like to see your point guards as one of the better point guards.
I think he's going to make those. It's just, oh, maybe not. I think he's just not, you know, getting to, you know, be so aggressive, you know, when they're playing. He's a guard, you know, he's a pass first guard. And, you know, right now, again, they just have to play solid defense and bring the ball up the court and just take it from there.
So he missed both. Morais will come up. He'll move to the corner. There's a 3 on the way. That's good. And now it's 10. 61-51, 1 minute to play. This game is not over yet. Tunisia's still got to see it out. And surprisingly, they go to Makram Ben Ramdan. Let's see what he shoots like from the free throw line. He shoots 58%. You got to have your best free throw shooters coming back to the ball.
Absolutely. I think that's what he needs to do, and he will probably do that and bring his best shooters, because what Angola will do now is just get the ball out and take, you know, quick shots. You know, I may even say desperate shots, and try to foul right away.
So still no Armando Costa. He's on the bench still. So the guys who are going to shoot it are going to be Morais, Paulo, Bonifacio, Dominguez. That's a big free throw right there from Makram Ben Ramadan. And look at the Tunisian players. They are not celebrating yet. Their hands are clenched together. It's still tense for them. And we've got a jump ball. Both players are in early. So the possession arrow goes to Angola. So that's something to keep an eye on. So now at the end, the possession arrow will go. And we don't want to see the table officials make a mistake here again. We're playing basketball. And
I mean, this guy again.
We've got to get this sorted out here. Because we want to make sure that the players have the platform on which to play. We've got a timeout. 9% free throw shooter. He's your captain with experience. And so Slimani's into the game. You called it, Coach. Rzig's into the game. Hadidane, the number 9, is in. Hadidane as a free throw shooter. Well, he's about 50%, so he might be a guy to go for. Here's Paolo. He's got a good look at the three if he wants it. Nope. Here's Morais. Gets those feet set. It's on the way. It's short. And the ball is out of bounds. It's off Angola. So, Coach, do you give instructions to your players? Do you say there's a particular guy we want to foul if we can?
If we can. We want to foul somebody that, because we have all the numbers, we want to make sure that we put all our the chances on our side in order to foul the right man.
And Slimani just lost it. That's one of those where it hit me in a bad place, Coach. It hit me right in the hands.
I think that's what Angola should have done all game, just pressured Tunisia. But I guess, you know, the game plan wasn't that, and that's going to be costly.
Morais will go to the basket. Mejri tries to block it. He does just enough, maybe tipped it. So we're under a minute. Tunisia lead by 11, and there's a foul by Gomes. Coach, you may not have seen it. Of course, I've been sat here for all the games, and I just want to recognize Joaquim Gomes, because when Chad, the debutant amateurs, played against Angola in the very first game of this tournament, when the game was over, the Chad players, about 6 of them, came up to Gomes and said, "Can we get a photograph with you?" And Gomes was ever so gracious. He paused for a photo with these guys, and that just makes the experience so much more enjoyable for the Chad team.
I mean, Gomes is one of the classiest guys we have in Africa, and you know what, that's not surprising of him. He's always really, really contributed in basketball, and I'm sure he's going to continue doing so.
So Morais will throw the teardrop shot. Terrific move inside. Slimani, he'll absorb the contact. You get a couple of extra whacks from Lionel Paulo. So there's 11 points in it. Tunisia 64-53. We've got 37 seconds left. So we've got a timeout here. That's the 5th foul from Lionel Paulo. If you're Angola, do you take a timeout at the second free throw is good, get the ball at the half-court line?
Well, I think, you know what, at this juncture, you need to, you know, right now, that when you have this opportunity, you need to bring all of your shooters in and just get the ball out as quickly as you can. Maybe keep that timeout for another possession and take it from there.
So Slimani will go to the free throw line, and the first one is around and out. Again, he's an 86% free throw shooter. Slimani left the national team after the 07 AFROBASKET. He had to apologize to the coaching staff to come back, and I'm sure he's delighted he did. He finds himself here on the brink of winning an African championship. Minga's going to go to the basket. Bonifacio from the corner, that's no good. That rebound is claimed by Salah Mejri, and he gets swarmed by 2 Angolans, and Gomes acknowledges the foul. So there are 11 points in it, 64-53, and the crowd's starting to get a little bit antsy. They know this one is close. The Tunisian players are starting now to celebrate. Coach Salatli is being hugged by his entourage. The Tunisians know that they are going to be crowned the new champions of Africa. Mejri makes both. He's had a strong performance. He'll be speaking to his agent if he makes the All-Star 5 here. And there's a foul on Slimani. 16 seconds left. So this run for Angola, before they came here in this tournament, they had won 36 games in a row, and Senegal put paid to that. In this tournament, since 1989, when the tournament was held in Angola, Angola have won it 10 of the 11 times. The only time they lost it was in 1997 in Senegal. They lost to Senegal. For the Tunisians, they've got a towel which says the dream came true. They dreamt about winning the African Championship. They're 5 seconds away from winning it. Morais, it's scant consolation at 3, 67-56. And so the reign of the champion Angola is over. We have a new champion of Africa. It is Tunisia. The Carthage Eagles of Tunisia are the new champions of AFROBASKET 2011. There are scenes of elation on the court. That man there, Rzig, he's 31 years old. This may well be his last AFROBASKET. I tell you what, though, he's going to London. There's no doubt about that. Remember, the winner of this get a trip to London to the Olympics, and Angola will have to go into the back door through the Olympic qualifying tournament. Coach, you've been through the Olympic qualifying tournament in Greece. What type of an event is that?
Well, I think it's a very, very tough event because now you go in there and you're playing against the best of the best in the world. And you know what? It's going to be a very, very difficult task for both Angola and Nigeria to be able to pick up a spot from there to London. But again, it's a great, great, great atmosphere. It's a great tournament, and it's a just great, great experience.